alien sent from outer space, that's who I be. Sent with a message for the human race, that's who I be.
Welcome, aliens, to the A.L.I.E.Nation show, and I am your host, MJ Baker. We are in 2024, baby. 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 4 equals 8. So what does that mean? The number 8 stands for what? Higher consciousness, new beginnings, and then we are in the age of Aquarius, and that means so many other things as well. So I just want to say greetings from planet Earth. And for those of you all who are in the stratosphere, hello. For those of you who are new to this channel and you're like, why is she calling me an alien? What does that mean? Well, alien is an acronym for authentically living, intrinsically evolving, naturally. The A.L.I.E.Nation is a community and a movement that was created to be a catalyst for you and for people all over the world to be your most authentic self. And what is the power that being our truest self possesses? So now that we are done with the introductions, I want to go right into our new series, which is Requirements to Being Your Most Authentic Self. This is part 1 of the series. And in part 1, we're going to be talking about know your why. Why is being your most authentic self so important? One of those things is we are all living a facade. Most of us are actors in someone else's movie. We are not directing it. We are not producing it. We ain't even wrote the script. But we are just going along to get along because this is what we have been programmed to do in our lives. And I want to disrupt that mindset. I want to break that up, okay? So here I come with my sledgehammer of knowledge and understanding to jack you up, to get you back up. Wouldn't you want to know, how can I have ownership of my own life? How can I learn how to run my own inch up in this place? Well, the first step is to know why it is important for you to have that ownership. And that ownership of your life starts with knowing who you are authentically at the very core of your being. Let's start at birth, right? Because oftentimes it came to me as I was writing this that when we are born, our parents have already written our life. Our parents have already decided who we're going to be, how we're going to be, what we're going to do before even really getting to know us. Know that you are spirit first. So you already know who you are. You just have to connect with your personal spirit and connect with Source, with God, to garner clarity on who you are. Because before we were ever conceived, before mama and daddy came together and the sperm was swimming and we beat out millions of sperm to get to that egg, you were spirit. You already had been communing with Source, with God. So you already came with a story. The thing of it is that our parents have assumed that we were born for them. And they don't think of the fact that we were birthed for a purpose, for the world. So I want you to know, first and foremost, that you have a purpose, and your purpose is not just for your family. It is not just for your kids. It is not just for your parents, your cousin, your auntie, your uncle, or the job that you're working right now. Your purpose is for the world. I want to give you all like a personal example from my life growing up. I was raised by a single Black woman. So when I came out of the womb, she already had a plan for me. Okay? You're going to get a good education. You're going to go to good schools. You're going to go to college. You're going to get a really, really good job. When I was growing up, in order to garner my mother's approval, and not just pinpointing my mom, because she was a great mother, but in order to garner approval from her and the people around me, what I did was I became the person I thought that they needed and wanted me to be in order to be loved. It has taken 10 plus years for me to get to a place where I am who I am and love me or leave me. I don't want it to take you 10 plus years. I want you to get there quicker. Why? Because the world needs you. And you watching this video for a reason. Because I got what you need. I have 5 points that I want to share with you on why is being your most authentic self so important. So number 1, learning to be your most authentic self will open the door to you manifesting the very things that you desire in life. When you master yourself, you will master the world. And by you doing that, you become a magnet for good things. But you have to know who you are at the core of your being. Otherwise, the things that you should have, you're not going to have them, right? Because you don't even know that you deserve them. You don't even know. Number 2, knowing who you are authentically is a catalyst to happiness. I have never felt better about myself knowing that me being boisterous, me being a little, I call myself a pusher man. Me being someone who enjoys making people laugh. I'm a funny girl. Okay, if you can't already tell. That is a gift. And it is not just a gift for me. It's not just a gift for my family. It's not just a gift for my closest friends. It's a gift for the world. That's why I'm here. And I want to get you here too. The quality of your relationships is going to change. As you grow and become your most authentic self, number 1, you're going to lose some people. But number 2, you are also going to gain better relationships. And those relationships are going to be more quality. And what do I mean by quality? The communication is going to be better. The honesty in the relationships. People who sincerely want what is best for you. So there's more grace in those relationships, forgiveness. Your circle is going to be a reflection of you. So if you're offering grace to yourself and to people around you, you're going to attract those people in your inner circle. Number 4 is it's going to help you improve your perception of yourself. Learning who you are authentically is an open door to self-love. Because you have to because being your authentic self, it doesn't always look good to other people. Learning how to love yourself, and I'm still walking this out, learning how to embrace myself completely and totally and say it's okay, and to detach from the feeling of failure, the feeling of not enough. That is hard. That's a challenge, okay? But it is one that I know that you can do because, baby, I'm walking through it. So if I can do it, you can do it, okay? Now, number 5, drum roll, please. Being your most authentic self also improves your mental health. Because, baby, when you are playing a role that you don't want to play, subconsciously, it affects your whole nervous system. It affects your physical body. It affects your mental state. I'm going to give you an example of how it can, when you're not being your true authentic self, how it affects your mental health. Okay. I was in a relationship for 6.5 years. When me and my ex got together, the first thing that he said to me, I don't want to tell anybody about our relationship. I want to keep it between us because I want it to be sacred. The MJ I was then, dealing with daddy issues, at the beginning stages of therapy, really learning who I was, I did not want to lose this person. So I agreed with the secret relationship. Y'all, we would go out in public. We had a business together, and he was adamant that tell people that, we're not, tell people we're just friends or we're just business partners. Now, internally, I did not agree with that. I hated it. I hated it. But I betrayed myself. So living an inauthentic life causes you to betray yourself. And baby, betraying yourself is worse than a friend betraying you, worse than your mama betraying. It's worse because it's like internal bleeding. My coping mechanism was alcohol and was food. So I'm digging through trauma. I'm digging through memories that I had subconsciously forgotten, were subconsciously buried. I'm, pretending to be a cool girlfriend by allowing this man to tell people we're just friends and we're nothing more. But then at night you coming home and we frucking, and you telling me you love me, but you won't do it publicly, right? And I'm not putting the blame on him, all on him, because I allowed it. Every Friday, I would go to the liquor store, buy bottles of wine and liquor, and I would lay on my couch, watch TV, and eat and drink myself into a stupor. Why? Because I was not authentically being myself. I wasn't living my truth in my friendships. I wasn't living my truth in my relationship. I wasn't living truth with my family. I wasn't living my truth with myself. In sharing that, I want to encourage you that this road is not an easy road. It is a very challenging road, but it is one that is worth taking. These 5 things that I've shared with you are just the tip of the iceberg of the benefits of being your most authentic self. This is your why. Number 1, it's an open door to manifestation. Number 2, it is a catalyst for your happiness. Number 3, it improves the quality of your friendships. Number 4, it will improve your personal perception of yourself, and self-love. And number 5, your mental health will be better because no longer do you have to play 2 roles. I'm going to leave you all with this. Being your most authentic self is a spiritual experience first. It is an internal change. It is deconstructing what you thought your reality was. And then there's the renaissance, the reconstruction, the rebuilding of self. And you will be more fortified as your authentic self than the character and pretender that you are being right now. As we end the show today, remember to authentically live, intrinsically evolve naturally. Until we meet again, aliens, y'all have a good day.
I'm an alien sent from outer space, that's who I be. Sent with a message for the human race, that's who I be.